Right, so it's just a wee update video. Up at Callendar Square, or the Anthony Hotel demolition on the 2nd of April 2025. You might be able to see it there, but the big hole that sea machine there was digging out. Last time I was up filming, he's actually got the muncher on that's been featured in the majority of the Callendar Square and the Anthony Hotel demolition, usually used by a couple of that black and white Hyundai machine, which isn't here anymore. So he's got that on. I think that guy's just getting a kind of different attachment on there. He's just kind of getting a drill off out of that, and he's just kind of parking up for the day. Because it's just about finishing time anyway for these guys. There's the same machine up the top there. There hasn't really been, well, there hasn't been any more actual pull down of that kind of back section. Take a walk along here. I kind of expected that there wasn't going to be much done since the last time I was up, but I'll catch you guys on the other side of that kind of black fence thing. Right, so this is on the other side. You can see how much I've kind of cleared up that kind of top bit. There's the same machine parked up at the top. As I say, he's got the muncher on. That PC290. I think he's just either getting a bit of maintenance or changing the attachment, or both. Keep heading along. That pipe is absolutely monumental now. And they've got a lot of the kind of reinforced concrete right along the front now. This is the thing. So they've made a kind of wee platform bit there for, I don't know what one of the machines can get up on top of there. I don't know what that machine there is doing. I don't know if he's just parking up. That's clearing the tracks off. He's I think he's getting it, yeah, he's getting it in the cab. That kind of small one's just got that attachment off. You'll probably be going and getting like some other attachment, I don't know what. I think he's getting like a big bucket on or something. Yeah, he is. He probably should be doing a bit of digging and stuff. And then I have realised that they've actually broken quite a sizable gap into that basement bit. I was actually going through a lot of or been kind of re-watching a lot of the kind of older videos that I recorded, and I think it's certainly one of the ones when they were off to do the Callendar square building. It was quite near the kind of end of this kind of section where like the tower was and stuff. You can kind of see the time machine kind of reaching quite far down. And kind of clearing out quite a lot of that. Because like the operator who usually kind of operates the machine and stuff said that there was a kind of basement that goes right the way across that whole bottom bit. That's clearly what this has been. But I think this boy's just went down clearing out a bit of metal or something. No, it's just a bit of reinforced concrete, which probably, to be perfectly honest, it probably came off of that. He's probably came down earlier today or something, or when I've not been here, he broke a bigger kind of hole in that bit. But you can see the kind of wall, or the kind of retaining wall, right the way along that back bit now. Even kind of there and stuff as well. From the high street side, you can't actually see it. It's only when this side that you can kind of properly see it. But I think they're doing a bit of maintenance of both the kind of screener machine that was in that kind of last update or last video. That is kind of pouring out a lot of the kind of, or kind of crushing a lot of the kind of concrete and stuff that smaller one was scooping up. And I think they're clearing out the tracks of the other one, which might mean that that one's going off site for a while. Or might just be leaving the site altogether. But anyway, I think he's clearing out a lot of that. Yeah, you can see there, all that kind of reinforced concrete from that kind of basement bit down there. And you can clearly see that they've kind of been using that ramp kind of bit there. Where the kind of tread marks and stuff. Yeah, there's quite a good indication of what he's kind of scooping out. But a lot of that stuff, as you can see, that whole bit there's all been filled in. One of the times I came up, that kind of smaller machine was basically like sitting on top of all that stuff, kind of filling a lot of that stuff in. What I'll do is I'll head round the corner and you can kind of get a better indication of what's going on around that side. Might actually be able to see what that 290 that's got the bucket on is doing, unless it's too high up, because that's been a real kind of trouble with filming and the machine's kind of down in that kind of hole. It's so deep, and the bit that you kind of stand at is so high you can't really see. You can see just how wide that kind of basement bit is. Quickly head up here, see if I can get a decent shot down there. You can see there, holy moly. That's where I'll leave this one. See you in the next one.